a huge side, a huge European side. It will be a special and historic fixture. How are you approaching this game? Well, as you said, it's the classic of European football. Juventus belongs to that club of elite sides in Europe. We're heading into this game feeling absolutely ready. The team are motivated. They want to make it 3 out of 3 in the Champions League. We had a very good start and we want to keep the momentum going, and hopefully we can do it. We are playing at home. We are playing in front of our home crowd who always get behind us, and they always have this special desire to witness these historic and huge games, and hopefully we'll do a good job and give that victory to our fans.
Han llegado ya hasta el Consejo Superior de Deportes. Mi pregunta es, ¿hasta dónde está dispuesto a llegar el club para evitar que se juegue este partido?
How far you can go to make sure that that game in Miami is not played? Well, I've already discussed this several times with you guys, and my position hasn't changed. The club will be defending its interests, and we'll see what will happen.
Hola, Xabi. Buenos días. Miguel Ángel Díaz de la cadena COPE. Se está hablando bastante de Vinicius.
We talk a lot about Vinicius and how his game has improved. This season he has only had 1 yellow card. He has improved his performance. How much is it down to your influence and your arrival? Well, the reason for his performance is because he's a great player and he's fundamental, he's crucial for this squad. He's been a key player in this team for several seasons now. I've seen him enjoy, smile. The other day, before the game, in the morning, we talked to each other and we talked about the impact he may have later in the evening, and that was the impact he had. I want him to continue to be as focused on the games as much as he can, and on everything what he can contribute. He's been absolutely fantastic recently. I'd like to ask you about Arda Güler. When he joined Real Madrid, he used to be compared a lot to Ozil. Now, after a few seasons at Real Madrid, you spent a few seasons playing alongside Ozil, and now you also have experience managing Arda Güler. What do you think about those comparisons? Well, it's not just down to their background, cultural background. They come from the same country, and he's also similar to Guti because of the way they play and that last pass for the goal scored, and Mesut Ozil. I enjoyed playing alongside him a lot, and when Arda Güler participates, the more he's involved, and when we need to keep on pushing him, and he needs to continue doing what he's doing, and I just hope he can continue to grow. But it's also very important what the rest of the teammates contribute. I'd like to ask you about Endrick. Obviously, there's so much quality in the squad, and not everyone can have the playing time they want. Have you talked about his future? Are you considering maybe a possible loan for him? Well, right now we're not going through this moment, really. I've already talked about this in the previous press conference. The competition inside the squad is huge and very intense. You have to be ready for when your moment arrives. Just like in the case of Gonzalo, Brahim, because they are having their chances and they will have more. All they have to do is work hard and be always ready, because this is a very demanding team with a lot of quality. We need absolutely every single player of the squad, and they will have their opportunities. Don't you think that maybe this Real Madrid needs Xabi Alonso in midfield? Well, I hope not. We have a fantastic squad, and we'll be fighting until the end. We are improving, we're constantly improving. We know that we can play very well. We want to continue improving, we want to be consistent, and we need absolutely every single member of the squad available. Every player has a can contribute different things, but this squad still has a lot of potential to get much better. My role here is to help them, to guide them, to invest in them, and I think that after 2 months we've already seen how some players have evolved, and I think that will be the case with everyone else. I think that we are doing pretty well, but we have the ambition to get even better.
Entiendo que habéis visto los últimos partidos de la Juventus, entre ellos el del Como.
You've seen games of Juventus, of course. Probably some of them were against Como. What do you think about Nico Paz and what he's been doing in Como? Yeah, I've seen that game against Como. Juventus has changed their way of playing in that game. It was a very it was a well-fought game. We know Juve very well, and Nico, well, not just this season, but also last season, he made a huge step forward. He did some very intelligent things, and he's been continuously evolving, and I'm sure he has a bright future ahead.
¿Crees que es un equipo, la Juventus, al que le falta calidad o solo está pasando un momento?
Do you think Juventus right now is lacking quality, or it's just a phase they are going through?
Hasta el último 3 semanas venían muy buena línea.
3 weeks ago, Juventus were on a quite good run of form. Against Inter, they registered
de los últimos resultados,
a good victory, but regardless of their recent results, we are ready to face challenges against them. Juventus, even when they're going through a difficult moment, they can still be very dangerous.
We
never forget our history. We never forget history, and historically they've always been a fantastic side. They have right now they have also very good players who can compete, and Yildiz is one of them. He's progressed a lot in the last years, both with Juventus and with Turkey. I remember him from the youth categories when I was at Bayern, and he has improved a lot. He has grown a lot as a player. I'd like to ask you about Trent, Alexander-Arnold and Carvajal, and we've seen them in training today, and also about Haaland, if they will be ready for El Clásico. Trent and Carvajal today spent one part of the training session with the group. On Saturday, I will give you the definitive medical report, but right now, I don't know and for sure, but I don't think some of them may not be ready for El Clásico. I'd like to ask you about Mbappé. He had always scored a lot of goals, but this season he's scored in 11 straight games, registering his career best. You've played with Cristiano before. How do you assess Kylian Mbappe's impact, especially this season? But not only just because of the goals, but also because of the positive influence he's having in the team. It's very important. It's as important as those goals. Because now his teammates are following him both with the ball and without the ball. Kylian will always score goals, sometimes more, sometimes less, but he will always be a little goal scorer. When he was in Monaco, in Paris, here, and with the national team, he's always done that. But right now, here, he's having even a bigger impact. That's what this team needs. Kylian is constantly growing and improving. He is going through an absolutely vital moment right now. He's very analytical, he's very intelligent, he does things for a reason, and he always needs to make sure that everything goes according with his thoughts and ideas, and I think that's why he's been performing so well this season, because everything has fallen into place. You've played with Iker Casillas in the past as well. I wanted to ask you, if you compare Iker Casillas and Courtois, how would you rank them? I know, well, Thibaut is taller, obviously, but I'm joking, of course, so, but what's your opinion? Well, Thibaut, right now, probably is the best goalkeeper in the world. He's also got an amazing personality. He has a passion for this game. And it's very important to have this connection between the manager and the goalkeeper, and the connection that I have this with Thibaut, because we love seeing this passion and understanding of this game, and Thibaut has it. And with Iker, we've had so many experiences in the past, both in the national team and at Real Madrid. Iker is Iker.
Hola, Xabi, aquí. Arnaud Tarini para la agencia France Presse. Quería preguntarte por Camavinga.
I would like to ask you about Camavinga.
Genera una frustración. No por lo que hace en el campo,
in France,
por el talento que sabemos que tiene.
Sometimes we talk not only about what he does on the pitch, but also the talent that he has in general. What do you think he needs to do right now to give another step forward, to become even better? Well, Camavinga had some minor physical issues, and we didn't have him available for some time. He did play with the national team a little bit, but with Real Madrid, he's been out for some time. He's got a huge potential. He's got very special qualities as a midfielder. He's got a special dynamism and the way how he goes through the lines, which makes him stand out. And he just needs to work on those aspects to make sure that individual qualities, to make sure that he makes the most of those individual qualities.
Left-footed right winger, he does create angles that are different from some of his teammates, but it seems that a bit of decisiveness is lacking in his game in the final third. So what do you think he
I'd like to ask you about Mastantuono.
Well, for sure, Franco he just arrived a couple of months ago. He's coming from a different environment in Argentina. He's just 18, so we need to help him. We need to invest in him. I think that at this stage we can be more than happy with his development within the team. So just optimistic, looking forward that he gets better and better, and for sure he's in the right place, and we are thrilled that he's with us.
Últimas dos preguntas, last questions.
Hola, Xabi, aquí Lola Hernández, Fox. Quería preguntarte, has dicho que
I'd like to ask
hay que estar muy atento mañana a la Juventus de Turín.
About tomorrow's game, you said that you need to be really prepared and careful with Juventus, but what would you say can be the main challenge against them? Well, tactically, They are very rich. They change the positions. They have rotation between the center backs. They have those players that can change the rhythm of the game. But as far as our strengths are concerned, I think that in these aspects we are doing quite well. We will need to keep the right rhythm, play more direct football, and hopefully we do a good job.
A couple of days ago, the former Real Madrid head coach Zinedine Zidane said that the Champions League final between Real Madrid and Juventus was the best match of his managerial career, especially the second half. I would like to know your thoughts about that game, and looking back to all the battles between Real Madrid and Juventus, which one was the most memorable for you, and how excited are you to add another one tomorrow? Thank you.
Well, I'm sure that Sisu has more fresh that game, but I for sure I remember that game, and from the goal from Casemiro, they made a great comeback. Well, not comebacks, they dominated the game absolutely, and for sure it was massive to win Champions League. It's massive, and what he did was pretty unbelievable here in Madrid, and so much respect for Sisu.
Gracias. Thank you.